Oi YouTubers, it is I3 Hellgear. Let's look at the scrolls. Starting with the passports. Welcome to Octo Canyon, the world's most gorgeous gorge. Collect all the commemorative souvenir stickers. And this is what they look like from each section. That being said, let's go into the book. A shockwave struck while one young lady was performing at a recent youth folk singing contest, doing damage to the venue. Fortunately, no one was injured. As you can see, that is Pearl right there. You can tell by the crown on her head. Music heads are still buzzing over that legendary underground show 2 years ago. Anyone lucky enough to catch DJ Octavio's opening set and the Squid Sisters headlining had their minds blown and their lives changed that night. This is referring to the final battle of Splatoon. And as you can see, Marina was right there. Nice.
We're moving. Ammo Knights will be moving to a new location soon. Many thanks to our loyal customers for your support.
Good to know. This looks to be a do-it-yourself guide for starting your own mobile business. It looks new, but somebody must have been frying something near it. It has some grease stains on it. Okay, that's my pot of mole steaming away. I'll stir it in a minute. Actually, I'll stir it after I do all this. There's still water in there from my last stir, and I last stirred it a couple minutes ago. It looks like a this looks like a get-rich-quick scheme by some shady guy with crazy hair. I made a cool 10 million gold in a year just sitting around. Ask me how. Do people really fall for this bilge? This is actually Spike, and he's talking about the Super Sea Snails. In the first game, the Super Sea Snails you earn from Splatfest help you upgrade your gear. But after a certain level, if you ran out of Super Sea Snails, you could get an upgraded slot for 30,000 gold. A lot of people paid out in coins instead of Super Sea Snails. Crazy street urchin. What could have happened to the two embracing? No matter how one loves, there are always different aims. Love can take a great many forms, whatever the era. If anyone knows how to play that song right there, let me know in the comment section below. And as you can see, there's Pearl and what's his face, that crab that sells the shoes now. He's grabbing some of it, grabbing her butt too. Very nice. Many travelers find themselves in Inkopolis Square at some point in their journey. Youth from far-flung seas gather in this colorful hub of comings, goings, meetings, and farewells. Inkopolis holds its famous card game tournament once a year. This year, first-time entrant Gelfonso appeared on the scene and promptly set about decimating the competition. He walked away with the first place trophy. Yeah, see, they play Yu-Gi-Oh! They play Duel Monsters at Inkopolis, and obviously Gelfonso came in with that, he came in with that Ocean Dragon Lord deck. Yeah. Now, he runs the clothing shop in Inkopolis Square. Net the freshest gear around. Get the abilities you've always dreamed about. Orders will be fulfilled by that weird kid with the spiky hair. Interested? Send inquiries to Annie. And there she is up in the front. Annie and that punk-ass clownfish Mo. I am so glad they are no longer in the game. Well, I miss Annie, but Mo I could do without. And I guess she's talking about Birch. Huh. Birch is an urchin, but Annie's a sea anemone. I guess that ship of Annie and Spike actually happened? I don't know. There's a new fish in the sea. Come check out the shoal. The most entertaining destination in Inkopolis is now open. Major changes to regulations by the powers that be have led to a call for the complete replacement and overhaul of all special weapons. Designers and manufacturers are struggling to comply with this new regulation. Yeah. See, in the first game, a lot of people whined about the ink strike being on everything. And you know what? I'm going to talk about that because one of the things that I did in my Splatoon communities was I did a tally of all of the weaponry from the first game. And a lot of weaponry has the ink strike. And the ink strike is like so overpowered. I miss my Inkzooka though. I miss my Inkzooka. These must be photographs taken by some young adult inklings. Are these so-called twinklings trying to convince their peers that their lives are exciting and full of meaning? Or are they trying to convince themselves? Not sure. Why are you taking a picture of your legs and your feet though? Well, there are those people who like feet. The most fashionable gear is crafted with the latest in textile technology. Heating materials to produce smooth curves or distressing stiff fabrics to increase suppleness and change their look are common techniques. Yeah, that snug as a bug in a warm rug fit. Personally, I could do without skinny jeans. No thanks. The latest research has produced startling revelations about Inkling ink. Once thought to simply disappear after a while, Inkling ink is actually rapidly disintegrated by airborne microbes. Mainly because it's water-based, it's watery ink, but as we found out going through the stages, Inkling ink is oil-based ink. Don't slip up and miss the new album by Wet Floor. On sale now. Their style changes like the shifting tides of ink in a battle. Full color or monochromatic. Monochromatic means one color, just in case anybody was wondering. Smooth or staccato. Or lush and dripping with sound. It's rock for a new generation. I just want to say that the first soundtrack of Splatoon was very amazing. Would have liked to hear more of it. And now we have a panel for Salmon Run. Now hiring egg collectors. No experience required. All ages and backgrounds welcome. A fun way to make some quick gold. Grab a friend and join up together. I wonder if I could get that buff doing Salmon Run a couple of times. Like those guys in the picture. Super buff. When the smoke rises from the 7 rings, the pink fish will emerge from the sea, devouring all the creatures of the land. The Book of Medai, chapter 10, verse 10. I still think that this has to do with the final battle. This appears to be a painting from the Middle Ages. It depicts a great migration of salmon said to occur once every 70 years. I guess the very first salmonid migration? Salmonids are known to keep their weapons in tip-top shape. The frying pans they wield have often been passed down from generation to generation. You can see the unwavering pride of these fierce warriors in their somewhat crazed eyes. Maybe they just like using that peach smash. Don't miss Problem Solve. English. Don't miss Problem Solve. Studying with Marie on SBS this Thursday night and every week thereafter at 2500 sharp. Tune in for a few study tips and a whole lot of procrastination. I guess this is her ink podcast. Nice swag though. And if anybody knows when 2500 hours is, let me know in the comment section below. Look at that newspaper headline. Pandemonium ensued when pop star Callie was spotted at the airport by fans after wrapping up filming for her upcoming TV drama in New Sardine. She smiled through it all, but it's clear to this reporter that the pressure of fame is getting to her. Remember the story of Splatoon 2? After the Splatoon 1, before the game came out, Nintendo was talking about the deal between Callie and Marie and the two splitting up. I guess they're doing solo careers now.
Hey Squid Kids, it's me, Callie. It's been so long since I've written a proper blog post. Being on my own like this, I've got time to think, but sometimes I think too much. But I'm really psyched for filming today. Stay fresh.
Good old Callie. And look at that. She's taking a picture of her feet. Inklings must be real footy people.
Do you ever think, man, this place is ugly? My evil lair could use some pizzazz? Well, just whip out some sparkly fabric and tape and get your decorate on. It looks great, feels great, and it's fun. Give it a try and stay fresh.
I guess this was Callie trying to decorate the underground kettle world of Auckland. We don't know. This looks to be a thesis on the massive weaponry employed by the Octarians. Specifically, this research shows how sentient tentacles, and there's another one of my friends, they're all getting in on Splatfest. Specifically, this research shows how sentient tentacles are implanted in their machines as a means of control. This science is at least 15 years ahead of the rest of the world, which is really amazing if you think about it. My dearest Callie and Marie, stop. On a research trip to the Cape with Agent 3, stop. May be late, but left dinner in the fridge, stop. That's from Captain Cuttlefish, and Agent 3 is the Inkling that was the hero for the first Splatoon. Gotta love the Squidbeak Splatoon. Calamari Research Vlogs video number 5628. This coffin-like device is a historical relic of the old world and is kept under strict lock and key. I unplugged it by accident while cleaning the other day, but it seems to be running somehow. Still running. It'll be running somehow. Interesting. That looks like the cryogenic chamber that Judd was placed in, and remember, in the Super C Scrolls from the first game, Judd's owner put him in a cryogenics chamber that was to last for 10,000 years. This must be that same cryogenics chamber that they found him in, opened it, and woke him up. And the last Super C Scroll. Oh Judd, when your capsule opens in the future, you may find yourself alone. Should that be the case, I ask you to re-energize the capsule once again. Oh, dearest Judd, I only hope that you can forgive me for all I've put you through. Maybe Junior is just a clone of Judd instead of his actual son. Who knows? And that is the book of the Super C Scrolls. But with that said, it's time to get that final battle underway, everyone. So, stay tuned, everybody. We're almost done. And if you enjoyed the lore of Splatoon 2 Super C Scrolls, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, show your love, hit the like button. It's time to get down to the finale. Let's do it.